Greetings YouTube. Today I'm going to talk about the Ken Onion Ripple. Product code K415KXP. Last time I'll ever need that box. Okay, so here you have the Ripple. So the first thing you'll notice is it has a distressed aluminum handle slabs. These scales are designed to look as though they're worn. Funny thing is, I showed this to my wife. She's like, "Did you buy this used?" And I said, "No, dear. That's how it's supposed to look." Though I can't quite figure out why they did that. I mean, it's a nice look overall. The design, the machining and such, or they're probably casting. I don't know why they decided it needed to be distressed. I mean, it would get distressed over time anyway, and that kind of wearing the knife in becomes your own. I think it's part of the process of owning a knife. So why do this? I'm not sure. Okay, other things you're going to note about the outside. There is a decent-sized lanyard hole here, easily capable of handling a piece of 550 paracord if you are so inclined. It is a single-position pocket clip, which to my mind is criminal negligence in the 21st century, particularly seeing that this is tipped down, position I don't like. So there you have it. Adjustable pivot. I have not touched it, haven't needed to, and there are two pins here. This, and there's a stop bar in there somewhere. Where is it? Is there a stop bar in here? No, maybe there isn't. Oh, there we go. Notice that just now. I like that. Now, what is so nice about this? Besides it says Ken Onion design and it's got nice lines, this has a ball bearing system inside here. And what does that mean? That means it does that. Do you see how fast that opened? How smooth it opened? This is a purely mechanically opened knife. There is no assisted opening here. The only thing that you are using to open this is you're pushing against the detention resistance from the ball bearing here on the liner lock. So you close it. Whoops. You don't hit your tripod. And you open it up. And I can't tell you, that is incredibly fun. It is just, it snaps open so smoothly. I've handed this to someone who knows about knives, and he opened it, and he didn't believe me that it didn't have an assisted opening. Flat out, he's like, "No, you got to be kidding me." I said, "Nope, nope, it's a not assisted opening." So the flipper becomes a nice little finger guard. You have some jimping here, both on the handle scales and on the blade, but it's nicely rounded, so it's quite comfortable. It gives you a little purchase without any aggression at all. You have a nice swedge. Everything here is nicely rounded. There is very good overall quality. Come out of the box beautifully sharp. I mean, really quite pleasant. It is a liner lock. There is jimping on the liner itself. Some people don't like that. Some people don't mind, but it's not overly aggressive. I mean, I've played with this for like hours and have not put any hot spots on my thumb. And there is a little bit of jimping here on the flipper itself, which is kind of nice. And it's got holes in it all over the place. Now, you notice that? See those holes? Those are just fun. They don't do anything, really. It's aluminum. It's an aluminum scales. You really don't need to lighten it. But there are holes here on the belt clip, and there are holes on the pocket clip. Now, speaking of the pocket clip, the jimping is on the pocket clip as well, which is a nice touch, and it actually extends down here, so it was actually done and then bent. I thought that was kind of interesting. Now, the pocket clip is alright. It's not perfect. It works well. I will admit I like it being off-centered. I think it allows you to get it, right up there and against the edge of your pocket. I like that. The downside to this is that this texturing here, when you're sliding your hand in and out of the pocket, particularly in my pair of fatigues I wear, this is a little bit like a cheese grater. It really does rub on your hands in an uncomfortable manner. So I really didn't like that feature at all. Oh, I did like the pillars. The pillars are hourglass shaped, a nice little machining feature there. And here you go. So you notice, I think you can see that, these are actually the liners, the steel liners. So the pins are set into the steel liners, and then the aluminum handle scale set on top of that. So you're not actually just relying on the aluminum, the steel liners are what's holding this all together. That's a nice touch. I will admit, I was quite impressed by that when I noticed it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Oops, and it doesn't work perfect every time. And the interior scales are not, rather the liners are not machined, but again, you don't need to. This thing is wicked, wicked light. I mean, it's just so light. It really sits in your pocket nicely, and it's thin. So overall, the pocket real estate is minimal. It's just a little rough on your hands when you're coming out of the pocket. That much I don't like. But this is definitely in my rotation as something I've been carrying on a regular basis lately. I like the design. These ball bearings are awesome. I wish they put them in all manual flippers on the market. That would be great. So if you have any interest in the Ripple, go out and get yourself one. I don't think it was all that expensive. I'm thinking like in the $35 range. I don't remember how much I paid for it. I think I might have bought this off Amazon, but I'm not positive. Go check. But definitely worth your time. The ball bearing system is nice. It's made me a real fan of them. I've never had a chance to try one before. And I think that I would definitely look into other knives that have a ball bearing system, even if they were more on the expensive side, because I know they work. So that would not be a breaking point for me. I'm not going to go, oh, I don't know about those ball bearing systems. I do know about the ball bearing systems. They work really nicely. So I recommend anyone who likes a decent blade and a manual flipper, buy yourself a Ripple.